Welcome back to once again another video. Now, reading by the title, these are the top 10 tips on how to become an absolute legend inside of my restaurant. These tips are for the noobs and the mid-game players, as well as even the pros. So, let's get straight into it. Before we get straight forward, make sure to hit that like button, hit subscribe, and let me know down below what other videos you'd like to see. Let's go. Alrighty, hello everyone, welcome back, and let's get on to tip number 1 that is going to help a lot of the players in the game. So, as known, if you look up inside of the build menu, if you do have these at the very least, you'll see something in the lines called a haunted well. Now, you'll see that these values for these items are a little bit higher than usual. Probably, why would a decoration item like that be so much money? Well, believe it or not, it is the trick to become rich. Yes, even new players can use this to even get really rich as well, although you do need a little bit of money to purchase these items. Anyway, so what you're going to need to do is to use these things. They are, I believe, now limited items because, they've been taken off a sale, unless they still have them for some Robux down in the shop somewhere over here. I believe they are completely unavailable to purchase. Yeah, they're not in here, I don't think. But anyway, these wishing wells are super OP, and believe it or not, there's also one that you can get that's free. It's gonna be down here called the wishing well. But that's every 5 hours you make a wish, and you get something random. Believe it or not, these wishing wells give you free boost. Yes, and I mean thousands of Robux worth of boost. Like, it's insane. So if you go over to your little section, I believe it is over here, and then you go to your exclusive section. You're gonna click this, or no, which button is it? It's this one right here. Okay, so as you can tell right here in the boost section, you're gonna see the double profits. I still have some active as well. So 45 minutes of that is some Robux. I believe it's around 250 to 400 Robux, and then 60 minutes of more customer boosts is 400 Robux. Believe it or not, each one of these wells gives a chance of getting one of these items. So let's say I won it right there. Boom! We just got 35 minutes of advertising for just 2 of these things. 50k cash. More 50k. Hyper stoves. Our stoves now are way better for 15 minutes. More. Look at that. Double profits. 15 minutes. Advertising. More advertising for 30 minutes. It is so OP. And believe it or not, you can have infinite of these so they continuously stack. And you use them once every 24 hours. So these things are absolutely insane. I use around 300 to 400 per account. If I was using multiple accounts, that's what I would recommend, as that is about going to cover you for the whole night. As I would recommend around 3,000 minutes is what it would give you of each, because, you want it running all day and all night, so you earn the most amount of money. So now if we go over to, the handy-dandy shop section, which, sadly, I don't know where it went. It ran away. Where'd it go? Hold on. We need to go back to the home. All right, here we go. Now go to the shop section right over here. Go to exclusives. And now if you go over to here, these are now having boost. Boom. We are now earning so many more customers and so much more money just like that. So that tip is definitely going to help you out a ton throughout getting very, very rich. But anyway, let's move on to tip number 2, which this one is actually going to be a lot more useful to both side players as well. Alright, so if you're a very endgame player or played the game for a while, you'll notice that layouts are a big thing that's needed. Believe it or not, I also post layout videos, which is actually most majority of my content for my restaurant, which is going to be layouts. Why, would you may ask? Because layouts is pretty much what you're going to be needing. Every layout that you can make could give way more money, make customers go faster, and so much more. So we're going to go over my layout that I'm personally using now. I also have a video, I believe, on it as well. Yes, I do. Okay, so pretty much, look at this. The customers don't have much room to walk around because you can tell they walk through a certain route straight here and teleport. It is perfectly made where they can walk straight into the place and instantly get teleported once they stand right about here. It is super OP and, things go crazy with it. Now, also want to mention is each item actually gives different abilities. So if you go to your shop here, you can actually hover each and over every item, and it will tell you the advantage that it gives of each and every one. For example, if you use the haunted ones, you get more headless horsemen, which you can tell is the best thing in the game. You can tell I get them in the chat quite often. Anyway, so if you look over here, look through the shop and things throughout the game, each and everything gives you very, very more things. Now, you can definitely tell increasing walk speed can make your restaurant go 1000% faster. That is why coffee machines are placed a lot around the map. Well, we'll say the restaurant is the correct term. Now, luxury fills reward trays, they will now help them eating and get them gold. It means you'll earn more money and they'll eat fast. Yeah, that is another big help. Now, a lot of you people may say, wait, what happens if I have no Robux to even purchase any of these items? Well, guess freaking what? You don't even need Robux. You can actually trade in-game items all the way up there. Yeah, it's a little bit hard in the very beginning. I very much do agree, as currently they do not have any currency that you earn where people would want to give unlimited for them. So I'd recommend getting at least one limited and or finding a very rich friend. Maybe they'll help you out like myself, Yeah, I do give away quite some limiteds quite some often. If you do want to go join them giveaways, there will be another tip later in this video of more explaining this, but my Discord server is always open down below. Anyway, so pretty much what you got to do is, let's say you get, I don't know, a tip jar. Trade it up with a value list, which will also be in a further tip, and then, you could trade up from there, and then you could also get, donations from players, and much more, further into it. Yeah, I know, quite crazy, am I right? Anyway, I'm going to end off tip right there, so make sure you guys go thorough, use layouts to your advantage, as well as checking each and every item for the right advantage to get higher and higher leveled and game value, because you want to get rich, right? Yeah, alright, tip number 3, let's go. Alrighty, so this tip actually was that I was going to say before, and including the last one, value list. Yeah, I know, there's a value list out there which isn't completely accurate all the time, but it is most accurate they were possibly going to find. Now, this value list is listed throughout Discord servers, as well as main Discord servers for also trading. We're going to include that here too. If you want to get into some good trading, you're not going to find many players throughout the game. Yeah, you can go to the trading plaza, but let's be honest. It is not always the best opinions, heads over here. You know what I mean? So, what I recommend is joining a few Discord servers. I'll leave 2 of them down below, including mine and this amazing YouTuber called Carbon Meester Plays. Yeah, he's an absolute legend. I've actually talked to him once before, and he's a very nice guy. Makes some awesome content over there on my restaurant. Feel free to check him out if you haven't already. Anyway, so yeah. These Discord servers, pretty much, especially in Carbons, they have a lot of players trading items. They also give you values and much, much more. My server, we're still growing it quite a bit, but it's going to get up there maybe one day. Yeah. Anyway, moving forward, that's going to help you out get it done, as, you can ask for support and even free items from, players around the world. But yeah, I also want to mention Discord giveaways. Both servers will also have Discord giveaways, giving you limited items, then limited things that could skyrocket you throughout the game. Anyway, let's get straight into tip number 4, boys. Let's go. Alrighty, tip number 4. This is just going to be a handy dandy, quick and easy tip. Always have money for an update. Yeah, an update. You never know what comes new in the updates. It could be a limited item. It could be upgrades. It could be anything in the game that you're gonna be needing. Because let's say something new comes in the game and the value skyrockets, you're gonna have some of that item or whatever it is, and your value will skyrocket, help you further in the game. So always have, I recommend, if you are further in the game, around 1 billion. If you cannot reach those terms, as it is quite hard myself, then at least get a couple million or a little bit more, as it will help you a ton on future updates. Yeah, and as stated for this update coming very soon, upgrades have been leaked, as well as a new trade currency. This will help new game players to trade up, as well as maybe even get very much more richer. So let's go into the final, I'm joking, tip number 5. Yes, sir. Alrighty, tip number 5. Now, this tip, actually, I cannot perform correctly, but it is available for other players. My PC currently does not have any lag, and, my boy, I'm kind of too slow and doesn't want to lag my PC, so, people with a lower-end device or knows how to lag their device a little bit easier in-game, I definitely recommend using this glitch. This glitch is called the no-clip glitch. Believe it or not, you can have 2 items form into each other, causing the benefit of a miracle. Yeah, I know, right? Anyways, I'm gonna perform this glitch on exactly how to do so. So let's get straight into it. I highly recommend you guys do handy dandy use an auto clicker. The settings you should be using is 0, 0, 0, and 0. Double left click current location and whatever, hotkey you want. Alrighty, let's get into it. So you're first, you want to go to your restaurant, correct? Of course, yes, Anyway, right over here, you're going to have, let's say we're going to clear this area. So let's say you have, I don't know, a luxury silverware tray right about here. The item that you want to glitch in there is going to be a table. Am I right or am I wrong? Yeah, you're going to want more. You want to want that still in the game. Okay, there we go. So what you're going to need to do, believe it or not, is we're going to have to be very, very particular with this. It's really hard to do, and it's more for like higher end items. But believe it or not, if you're turning your item really fast around the map, here, we actually had to open these up as well. Boom. Let's just make sure these are all open. There we go. And right when you're turning it, believe it or not, if you have lag, you can get it to go inside of the silverware tray. It's very hard to perform. I'm pretty sure I'm telling you how to do this right, but I personally cannot do it. I always click the horrible timing, and I can never do it. But oh, I did it. There we go. There's a prime example right there. That's my first time ever doing it, actually. I'm glad I got that on video. Let's go. But yeah, you pretty much get it right there, where the luxury silverware tray and the table are both right there, causing a double benefit for your restaurant. So I recommend you guys go try that out. Anyway, let's get into the tip number freaking 6. Alrighty, tip number 6. Yeah, this is pretty much a little bit more explanatory more towards the layouts, like I said in one of the further tips. But using a layout, these are more for the tips for the layouts. Make sure you always have decoration items on hand. Why, you may ask? Because let's say you do not fill all this restaurant with, let's say, plants, I don't know, wishing wells, any decoration item like that. Then characters just like that are going to be wandering around crazyfied. So what you're going to need to do, get your little guy over here. You're going to go to build, and you make sure you place all the plants. Because let's say I even make one little mistake. Look, now they're going to walk all the way over there, causing a delay in rotation. Look, the characters are going to walk all the way over there, causing a 3-second delay each for no apparent reason. When all you got to do is place some $300 plants, and then they're going to eventually stop. There they go. Now they're going back over here because they have an opening to access the tables. Boom, your seconds are saved. Yeah, and that adds up over time. So now let's move on to the third to last tip. Alrighty, so this tip I never truly found useful, as I knew how to work the global market in the very beginning of the game, etc. Let's get off of that topic. Anyway, so you're going to be using goals. This is for the more, let's say, early game players, because these things right here will help you out a ton. In the very beginning, you could solve these little quests just like this to, get really powerful in the game. Buying a sink, you get free money. Purchase a plant, you get free money. They may be a little bit more expensive, but you also can get free tables, free chairs, as well as free boost. And they even spawn a certain person in your restaurant. It may help you quite a lot and definitely help you boost in value. Anyway, we're also going to include this one tip because I kind of forgot to include it in one of the last tips. Go to your home and make sure you always have these things in your game. So you can use a macro actually for this as well. So let's go to our build and let's open up a few spaces. We're going to open about 3 right here. Okay, maybe a little bit more, just so we have space. There we go. We're going to go to the decoration. Alrighty, so we have a slot machine that's in the game. You only can have one of these, by the way. And then we also have the wishing well. Where is that one at? Okay, it looks like I don't have a normal wishing well, but that's we pretty much already explained it. So let's say we have this. This thing can be spun every 5 to 10 minutes, I believe so, and it has rewards of all like this. This takes 10,000 cash, which is not that much when you're like me and having quite a nice layout. Boom. Boom, boom. We just got a free reward. We just got hyper cells for 5 minutes and double cash for 5 minutes. And then we can redo it in 10 minutes. So you kind of could set a macro right here, just going like this. And, clicking yes and okay. There should be like a little bit of a crossover right here. So you can click right there. And boom. You can then earn tons and tons of boost, as well as in-game advantages just like that. Anyway, moving on to the second to last tip. Tip number 8. This tip will help you out a ton as, your boy with the lower end PCs and or mobile devices. Make sure you go to your settings tab up over here. You're going to go to graphics quality and turn it to the very lowest so you're as smooth gameplay as you possibly can. I also recommend going over to your settings icon, put render customers at disabled, go to your animations and disable all as well. Now all this will help out your restaurant an absolute ton so lag is decreased. Now, I also recommend actually staying out of your restaurant will also benefit you, as if you're in there, it could lag even more. Actually, the best thing to possibly do is stay away from restaurants completely and get as far as you possibly can. So what I recommend is honestly walking to a corner or, the side of a map and look down, because there's less things on your screen, meaning less lag for your restaurant to withstand. So you're just going to look down just like here and boom, things will just rise just like that. That's what I recommend, so you guys definitely should try it out so your boy doesn't lag. Anyway, let's move on to tip number 9. Yo, now let's go. Alrighty, tip number 9. We only have one more left after this one. This one is going to be more of the pay-to-win users. This one is the Game Pass wise. Yeah, I'm going to show y'all what Game Pass is if you have Robux to really invest into, and which ones that are really completely useless, and you should not go over there and waste your Robux. So let's get started. Alrighty, so if we go to our shop right over this way, you're going to be able to see the exclusive icon. Now, I believe if you click one of these buttons over here, boom, there we are. We got the Game Pass section. We have VIP, Auto Collect, Bigger Restaurant, Money Tree, Future Theme, Golden Wishing Well, Rich Customers, Auto Seat Customers, set, and set. Alright, here we go. Alright, so hurry up and let's just close this. This useless. Do not want any of these. Useless here, useless there, and useless here. And as well as pretty much the VIP is also useless. The only 4 that you really should look into and decide are Auto Seat, Rich Customers, Auto Collect, and Bigger Restaurant. But we are going to discuss something even further. Bigger Restaurant actually is not always needed. And the layouts I've been using, I actually have customized the layouts personally for free-to-play users. Almost none of my videos, or actually none of my videos currently actually have pay-to-win layouts, as you know, kind of too overpowered, and I like keeping it back to free-to-play. Now we'll make pay-to-win layouts eventually. Anyway, Bigger Restaurant is not always needed. It just means you don't have to put decor on each side. You actually get to just use your regular layout. It works just fine. And then Auto Collect, pretty much your auto money is already collected. It'll help things go a lot faster. Rich Customers, you get paid more, so yeah, you already need that. Auto Seat Customers actually is not really needed. I don't have it, and you can already tell they pretty much go whenever, like, one of these guys are just standing here. Sometimes it just goes when no one's here. It, like, gets me very confused, but look, this guy just sits there. They auto-teleport, especially if you have all staff, so sometimes it's really not worth it at the same time. So Rich Customers is really the best one to go for, as well as, the auto-collect the cash. But, really, the only one that you really should look into is the Rich Customers, if you were gonna buy a Game Pass. Anyway, let's move on to tip number 10. Alrighty, the final tip here, tip number freaking 10, boys and girls. Alrighty, so pretty much this tip is going to go over really easily. So in the beginning of the game, this is more for the beginning players, you're going to be able to go over to your section, press your staff right over this way, and then, get all of these guys. Make sure you guys are following the line, as some customers are worth a lot more than the other ones. That means some are cheap and some are expensive. Which is meaning is some pay a little, some pay a lot, depending on what it is. As of now, I believe the best free-to-play things to use is gonna have to be the superhero tables. If you want some of those for free, back in our old tip, join my Discord server, bro. We always tossing them on out of there. Anyway, I'm pretty much going to end it off here. Make sure you guys do pay attention to all the values about this. I have a video actually upcoming soon on, like, ranking the best to least used in value chairs, tables, etc. Just so everybody does know on what exactly to use and the correct lineup of where they all go. Anyways, hit that like button and subscribe. And I hope you guys did enjoy today's video, and this tips will help you out to become an absolute legend in the game. Anyways, adios, guys.